Oh, hey, glad you could join us, and I appreciate you clicking on this this video and taking a listen here for a minute. I just want to. Some people have been asking us about an update as far as what our life direction is going to go through, because I'm about to do some big transitions, some huge transitions, some major steps. Luckily, I've got a wife who's not only supporting me, but she's going to come along for the adventure, and we're gonna take it slow and easy, and manage our steps very well, I assure you, because I'm kind of a planner when it comes to stuff like this. But come along and join us, and you might just get a little bit of philosophy. Who knows? Maybe even some raising kid tips. That won't ever hurt, huh? I can always use those, because I'm just out here living the coolest life. Well, tell you what's going on now. I'm actually traveling back from South Carolina to see my son. We did a couple of things. I always think if you're going to go visit somebody, you should do things together to help build memories, not just sit in their house and do this when you visit. You should go do things. So I'm a huge fan of that. What we did this time was we went to an SEC football game, South Carolina versus Florida, I believe it was. And the home team won, so that's always good. I've got a good record when it comes to home teams. I don't think in the last 12 months I've ever gone to a game that the home team didn't win. Maybe you should invite me to your next home game. So anyway, went to go visit him, so we did that. He'd never been to a football game before, a college football game before. So hey, he got to spend it with his dad. Oh, well, that's cool. So that was good. And the week before that, last week, I went to a Notre Dame game, which Notre Dame here, they won, home game, and my brother went with me. He had never been to a college football game. Wow, how about that? And he got to experience with his brother. Isn't that nice? So anyway, my point is, it's always good to experience things when you go visit people and go do something, to go have an activity together, even if it's golf or whatever it is. The other thing we did, we're killing some time, so not only did we visit a couple of churches on Sunday, we did 2 church visits. We did an early church service and a later church service. So one of the churches he'd never been to before, so that was kind of cool. And the next thing we did is we got us something to eat locally, and got to a place he had never been locally, where he was at. And then we went to the zoo. Yeah, even at my age, I still enjoy the zoo. And so does he. He's 30. So anyway, point there is, try to do things with the ones you love, and do some different things, some activities. What else? What's going on now with us? In the process of selling the house. We actually got an offer on the house. It was on the market for 4 days, and that counted as Saturday, Sunday. It went on the market on a Friday, and it was had an offer on Monday, and we accepted the offer, went under contract on Tuesday, and we've been doing paperwork this week and getting it inspected and all that blah blah stuff that goes along with buying and selling a house. Anyway, the goal there is to get the house sold. We're currently in a transition house that's owned by my cousin. It's a house that we're going to help him get ready so he can sell. So when we move out of it, it'll be ready for him to put on the market. And as soon as we get our house sold, the goal is to, the next 30 days, look for an RV so we can be full-time RVers. And how we're going to be doing that is, it's like there's a wreck or an ambulance is up here or something's going on. Anyway, gotta love that for live videos, huh? With me, I hate to hit pause anyway. So we're going to be getting an RV. No, never lived in an RV before in my life. I have spent nights in RVs before. Yes, it's been years. It's been a lot of years. And here we're going to venture off into living in one full time. I will say this: the one we're looking at is, or should I say the ones, because we haven't nailed it down. The ones we're looking at is like a 32-foot A-class or larger. I don't want to go up to 40. I kind of want to stick around 34 feet. I think that's what we're looking for as far as storage capacity and everything else with them. I'm not sold yet on diesels. I may get a diesel one day. I think our first commitment buy, we're going to get a gasser. So, and we need a tow car. So we got 2 cars we're going to sell, and this one here is one of them. If you're interested, it's a 2013 Jetta. I take really good care of it. I've got 120,000 miles. But PM me, IM me, whatever down in description, and maybe we can talk if you're interested in this car. I just took it to South Carolina, so I put some miles on it, but it's because it rides so good in the gas mileage. Anyway, point is, selling 2 cars so I can buy 1 car and be able to tow behind the RV with it. Our first adventure is planned to go up to the Northeast. Go see. Let me rephrase that. We're planning to stay on the East Coast. This summer we're going to be in the Northeast. For winter, we're trying to plan to go down to some place called Key West. I don't know if you ever heard of Key West. So I haven't been to Key West in about 25 years. So looking forward to going down to Key West. Not going to spend a long time, probably a week down there, but may spend a month, maybe 2 months in South Florida. And then as it gets warmer up this way, we'll come back, maybe spend a month in Macon or Savannah, or maybe come back here to Columbus to do appointments and stuff like that. And because all of our doctors and everything are still here in the Columbus, Georgia area. And then after that, we plan on going up the East Coast. The final destination up the East Coast is, I've got a sister-in-law, and she's got 3 kids, and they live just outside of Boston. I say just outside of Boston. They're about an hour outside of Boston. I'm not really outside of Atlanta, and we're way more than an hour outside of Atlanta. But so we're going to go stay up there in the RV at a local park or where we need to stay. And so that should be fun. Well, we want to be able to go up there and stay a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. Depends on how long we want to stay. We'll be able to stay as long as we want. I want to go on up to Maine. I've heard Maine's beautiful in the summer, and also going to be doing some videos. Going to be doing some videos all along the way. A lot of historic sites. I want to take you through some nice churches, like I just did, and sit through the service or whatever we need to do to get a tour and really take a look at the service, the buildings themselves. So I'm looking forward to that, and whatever kind of adventures. Obviously, Niagara Falls. Never been to Niagara Falls. Looking so forward to going to Niagara Falls. But I don't want to spend 1 or 2 days. I want to stay a week, which is my whole point of getting an RV. Lots of people will tell me, "Oh yeah, we've been there. How long were you at the Grand Canyon?" 2 days. How were you in Niagara Falls? A day and a half. I want to go and stay. I want to go and really get to know the area and the different restaurants and really take you along with us on that. And my other thing I want to do for this channel mostly is to get other people involved in the channel, whether it be help question and answers, interview type, them doing some of what I'm doing here. I think my daughter did one about 6 months ago where she was actually doing the videotape. I think we were in if you check the video that has to do with Jekyll Island, she's got, I don't know, like a 5-minute blog that she does in the Jekyll Island. It's like, we called it Abbey Takeover, but it's really neat. So I say that to say also that being a Mason, it's going to allow me to travel in foreign countries and work for and receive a master's wages, if I might, if you will, and I may be able to go to other lodges and go see how they perform or see how they get tiled and be able to actually sit in lodges. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be taping any kind of ritual or anything like that, but I want you to see how they're set up. So many, not only from county to county can they be different, but from state to state they are vastly different. And jurisdiction to jurisdiction, gosh, we're going way up in way up in Maine. I'll be in what's a Northern Masonic jurisdiction for Scottish Rite, which is a total different jurisdiction for the one we do here in the South. Just to see what kind of facilities they have. I may talk with them about some of their customs and courtesies and how they handle certain things. May do some of that online, as long as it's not real Masonic converse. Obviously, again, on this channel you might see some Masonic videos, but I'm not going to talk about the actual ritual that goes on in a lodge or where have you. So but I am going to be able to travel and do what they call, a Mason is actually known as the traveling man, and we should travel. Maybe not as much as I travel, but at least go visit others. So should be a good time. Looking forward to it. hoping to last this whole RV thing to last about 4 years. I want to go East Coast, Midwest, Southwest, and then far west, and eventually going to end up in Alaska. I don't know if I may have the same RV. I'm thinking I'm going to have this one RV for 2 years and probably sell it and then get a new one, and probably a diesel pusher, maybe something smaller, maybe something bigger. I think once we learn how we live in an RV, we'll be able to tell that it's time for us to get something bigger, or this thing is way too big, let's get something smaller so we can get into smaller RV parks, or be able to park be a little more flexible as far as where we go and where we park and what we do. Because obviously you can't park in just any RV park. If you've got a great big giant motorhome, you can't fit in them physically. So it's not the way you drive, it's they physically will not fit. You can't make turns. So there's a lot of that going on. I'll be doing some learning curves when it comes to stuff like that. So, and especially one of the things I'm going to be videoing is one of the big things is my mistakes I make while on the road. I assure you, I'm going to share those with you. Any big major mistakes that we make. So, those should be fun, but and entertaining, I hope. But be sure to like and subscribe. Click on this video if you enjoyed it. And boy, I'm getting all kinds of ambulances around me right now, so maybe I should pull off the side of the road, but no, they're all going around us. We're good. Anyway, I'm just out here living the coolest life.